Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Big Tobes. This is my partner in crime, my boy, Big Clems. Welcome to our football podcast. This is going to be our first show. It's been a long time in the coming. Clemo, what you say, my bro? How you feeling? You good?
Good, bro. How you doing?
My brother.
It's gonna be interesting topic.
You know them ones. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, obviously as a Liverpool supporter, a bit frustrated, man. But
Yeah. Oh yeah, just to let you guys know, I'm a diehard Arsenal fan. Be supporting this team for all my life, all my life since I was young because of my older brother. At certain points, I question why he support this team and what the hell did I follow as well. But
you hear more reason why supporting
brother, but it's all love. I love these teams to the death. Even sometimes when I'm even hating them and I say, yeah, I'm not even gonna watch those. You're still keeping that sneaky side. That sneaky side. Just checking them because you know when you love them too much, you can't let go.
It's impossible.
Honestly, can't let go.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, diehard Arsenal supporter. Big Clems is a massive Liverpool supporter.
How I even got into Liverpool supporter was because obviously Man United back in the days winning everything, and CR7. I don't know why, but for some reason I didn't like that guy. I was like,
brother,
and the whole Torres CR7
brother.
debate.
You know, I was so happy when that guy got sold to Real Madrid because I will never forget. You know that Champions League semi-final 2008, yeah? When them Dons had those demons, had that blue kid. I was watching that game, that second leg at the Emirates. That guy scored that free kick from miles out.
So I was
sitting there, yeah, and I was thinking, Amunia, what? Like, you had so much time to see that. I seen how fast the shot was going, but I was like, even if you put two strong hands together or even make a fist, you could have saved it.
Back in those days,
they bodied us, and I was just sitting there. I was just like,
you have to remember, CR7 was the reason why a lot of people taking free kicks, like with the.
But Clemo, he had no right to score that goal.
But look at Portsmouth.
No, but that one was closer. Even David James said after there was nothing he can do. But how many could have put like a fist or something, bro?
CR7. If you're saying Man United CR7, I'm sorry. They're free kicks, man. Like it was once upon a time, whereas like only now that people definitely say Messi's a better free kick taker. But once upon a time, it was him. When it came to free kicks, he was that guy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But now when I was a younger kid, I just didn't like the whole glory hunting. I was like, Liverpool.
Everybody supported Man United back in those times,
bro.
Like even back because we grew up in Ireland, so like back in those times, the only people I ever met that supported United, well, not even United, say Arsenal, was me and the people in my house. I think I only ever met like one other Arsenal supporter. Everybody else, United, Liverpool, even sometimes Celtic as well. Yeah, obviously, the whole Irish thing in there as well. But I felt like a minority in that country.
Being an Arsenal fan in Ireland, yeah, like you don't come across them too. Like I know a good few, but that's because like I feel like a lot of black people love Arsenal because they were like the first team to have like full 11 of black players in Premier League. Yeah. So it's like a case of like that's why Papa Wenger is Papa Wenger. That was there, man. But Well, anyways, what are we gonna be talking about today?
Do you want to get into your team? Do you want to get into your team?
Well, talk about my team.
Do you want to talk about your team?
Where do you want me to start? Where do you want me to start?
You let go, my bro. Let go. You chat to us because obviously I don't focus on the northern side. You know what I mean? I don't really care for you like that. So like, from what's been going on this season, how you been feeling? Like, what were your expectations going into the season?
Going into the season, I thought we were going to challenge for the league. I can't lie to you. I thought we were going to not win it. I felt like we were going to win it. I felt like Haaland was the better player than Nunes, especially with like a bit of like research that I went into.
People were on Haaland after he missed that penalty in that Community Shield and you won that.
Bro, look, they have won like every time they lose the Community Shield, they win the Premier League.
Really?
Every time. So that Community Shield nonsense, it doesn't mean shit. Obviously, don't get twisted. Happy 3-1. That's okay. We did our thing, but it's just like I was looking at more of a perspective of we can challenge, not win necessarily because City are just. Child, they can spend so much money. Like did you see their bench against Sheffield? Did you see the bench against Sheffield? I was looking at that, turn around, I look at my bench and who am I seeing? We signed Arthur, who's played fucking 13 minutes of football.
You know, I've not seen him play for you like this season.
He's played 13 minutes. Where are you supposed to see him?
Where did he even get the 13 minutes from, bro?
It was where we lost to Napoli 4-1.
Oh, swear.
He played like 30 minutes in that game, 10 minutes or something, and played 3 in another game. And then that was it. That's all she wrote.
No, because you know what? Yeah, because we were linked to him near the end of the summer because we were trying to look for a central midfielder because they weren't really sure if Xhaka could do the role that he's doing now. And then we were linked to him, and I kept seeing that we kept being linked to this guy. And I was like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to him. Like, he's a baller.
No, he is. He's just injury prone.
But he's just not what we need at all.
Injury prone.
And I'm gonna be so honest as well. I haven't watched enough of him to actually see what he even does. But there's a player in there.
No,
but I'm just saying, I'm just gonna hold my hands up and say I've never actually sat down and watched an Atletico game and said, oh yeah, you know, I know what he can do.
No,
you know,
but he did his thing in a couple of games.
Yeah,
like
but
his main issue was just.
but back then, like they had Messi, Suarez, and still in there. So if you weren't performing that type of team, bro,
That's true.
You
That's
know what I mean?
very true. But it was just a case of like, well, obviously we seen that we signed him. I'm like, if he stays fit, good addition. But keyword is if he stays fit. Like every season, like the nigga gets injured, like long-term injury type shit. So I'm like, And we need midfield enforcement for the longest since last season. That's why we were the first team to go to Tuchemeni. But it wasn't until fucking one certain club.
Hala Madrid, it's my second favorite team.
Pop in
The second favorite team.
and speak sweet words to his ears, man. Because I can't lie to you. I can't even mad at the kid.
Bro,
I can't. It's Real Madrid.
I'm gonna be so real. If Real Madrid came knocking, it's so hard to say no.
Real Madrid.
Like how are you gonna say no?
Bro, it's not possible. But like, obviously I'm there thinking, oh, we're gonna challenge. So I'm like, okay, maybe second or third. Like maybe go far in the Champions League. I can say, okay, next season or hopefully January, we might sign a midfielder. We'll see what we can do. First game of the season, Fulham. I'm like, we're losing. But sometimes we like to play poor in the first game. So I was like, don't worry about it. We'll come back. We don't. Well, we do come back to go draw the game 2-2. But it's like, the way we drew that game wasn't a convincing draw.
It wasn't a typical Liverpool type of game. Because I remember watching that game as well. I was kind of looking, I was like, something seems a bit off.
Like,
we
got the draw. We kind of deserved the draw, but if anyone tries to say we should have won only purely off the basis of we're Liverpool, you're Fulham, that's why we should have won. But outside,
they just made Champions League like 3 months ago as well. Yeah.
Forget. Then I'm like, it doesn't work. Don't worry, it's one game. I think in the first 3 we drew to Crystal Palace as well. Nunes is missing chances. We're just. I'm seeing Jordan Henderson running around still. James Milner still on the pitch. Like we're still paying this nigga.
Sorry to interrupt, but remember that miss he had in the Champions League? I think who was it against? Was it Ajax? Was Ajax in your group this year?
Yeah.
That open goal that he smacked off against the post or something like that. I was sitting there. I was kind of like, what?
Don't get me started on that.
I was like 60. What was it? 60. How much was it? 60 something million.
64.
64 million. You're smacking it against the post, big man.
Job. But see, the thing with Nunes, like, one of the things why I'm not onto him like I should be is because one thing that I've noticed about his career, he's been only in 3 clubs, but maybe call me optimistic. But every club that he's went to, his first season tends to be very shit.
Oh, really?
And his second season he tends to blow up.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, we're going to give the season as a write-off. Considering that he's missed a lot of chances, he still managed to get 14 goals and assists in like 28 games, 30 games, which obviously isn't 64 million worth. But if this is you at your shit season, best season, what are we looking at?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, if he flops again next season after that, then it's like, bro, right.
Because I didn't even see him as a flop. Even when, like, I'm even seeing on some Twitter spaces as well. Yeah, they're trying to put in flops of the season. They're putting Richarlison. They're putting Mudryk, which I think is a little bit unfair on the kid as well. Do you know what I mean?
Mudryk.
Yeah, Mudryk. Because the guy only arrived in January. What I know, people were saying, future Ballon d'Or winner. But did you he was coming from Ukraine? Do you think he was gonna come in and bang in like 15 goals and 10 assists or something like that?
I think people were expecting him to score more, or at least already by now, because I don't think the fella scored yet.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, Chelsea's a mess. We'll get onto them in a sec, but Chelsea's a mess.
Massive mess.
So, like, how could you, like, somebody coming in, you don't even speak the language, first of all. Maybe he has a little bit of English, but it's not his native language, you get me? So, and then you've had one manager that brought you in, I don't think he really wanted to sign you like that. And then now you have a caretaker manager a bunch of new players that you have to try fit in as well, because there's some people in the summer and there's some people in January as well. So everybody's trying to.
They spent 600 mil.
Everybody's like, do you know what I mean?
600 mil in two transfer windows. Like, luckily enough that because I trust the players that they've bought are actually good players, and purely because of this, that's why I won't slate them as much, because I do feel next season they're gonna challenge it way, especially if they're not getting any form of Europe, so they just have the full crack at the league and FA Cups. They're gonna do a lot better next season.
Nah, see, I think I've been speaking to some of the fans that I actually know in my personal life as well. They keep saying, "Oh yeah, the last time we did this this poorly, the next season we won the league." I had to look. I had to look at it in the eye and said, "Bro, as long as this wizard Pep Guardiola is in this Premier League, yeah, unless you are willing to spend another 600 mil, just forget about it.
Nah.
Just forget about it." Like,
Is a crack. Some management, like it's actually ridiculous.
Because if he wins the league this season, that'd be like 5 out of 6 or something.
Yep.
And this was the league that he wasn't supposed to dominate in. They were saying, oh yeah, he's doing his thing in Spain, he's doing his thing in Germany, but he's gonna come to the Premier League. All that tiki-taka nonsense is not gonna be able to work. This, that, and the third. 5 out of 6.
Why must I watch this?
5 out of 6. He came in there. He told Joe Hart, get this is your boyhood club, boy. You gotta go.
Yeah, but look, the best managers are the ruthless ones. If you look across the board, nice guys tend to not be the. Because how can you be nice to like? I'm
even happy that you said that, yeah. Because let me get onto Rob Holding and Mikel Arteta and why the fuck he decided to play him against Haaland when we had a crucial game against Man City. Because Clemo, I was watching that game. Yeah, I wasn't even expecting nothing from it, because the minute I seen the lineup, I said, yeah.
Don't say that.
No, Clemo.
You can't blame it all on him, man. Because
I
watched that game. Saka did.
I don't know. But I'm just getting on the fact that why did you decide to try Rob Holding? Like, we seen a little glimpse of it in the FA Cup. Let me not even get onto the disaster class he did against Tottenham at the Tottenham Stadium last season when he was trying to fight human. No. Wait.
Rob Holding alone, man.
No, wait. I have a lot of smoke.
Like this,
I have a lot of smoke with this guy. He seems like a nice guy. I think if I was to chat, I don't give a fuck.
He scored.
I don't give a fuck. He even had the audacity to do a cheeky wink after. Okay. He scored, yeah. We conceded like 2-3 minutes later.
That happens. It's against City.
Your job is to defend first. You managed to grab a goal. Why did you? 3-1 would have been okay, respectful. You got outclassed. It could have been a lot more. But why you conceded a goal like near the end of the game to make a 4-1, and it makes performance look even worse, because now they're saying, no, I get it.
They were on smoke.
I know they were on smoke, and the reason why I'm getting onto Arteta a little bit as well is because you tried the 4-3-3 against my man in February. It did not work. He tried a whole different pattern to play. He played Bernardo Silva at left back, and we still lost.
I remember that game.
Left back, and we still lost.
That was another game.
No. Tell me, as a manager, how can you look at a player of Bernardo Silva's caliber and tell him, yeah, you're gonna play left back, and then him too saying, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. And the thing is, he played his Zinchenko's role and he did it way better than him. And the thing is as well about that little guy, like he's so weird because he's so like unassumingly so strong as well. Like if you go to shoulder with him, he's still gonna nick it.
He's a big boy.
He's still gonna nick it. And the thing is as well, he's so techie on the ball. You're not getting that ball off him.
Oh yeah, no. Straight.
You have to foul him if you want that ball off him.
Straight.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, Mikel, I love you. You made me so happy this season. I know we're not gonna win the league, yeah. And you know, I've come to terms with that. I was very pissed because at the start of the season, my realistic goal for Arsenal was top 4 and Europa League, because I am sweating for some sort of European title, bro. Because I want to shut all that noise up. Cause I am so like Europa League, like anything, like Conference League.
I said anything,
even Conference League, I'd even take. Just give me something. Because do you know our record in Europe is absolutely diabolical. Like diabolical.
And that's why a lot of people are saying Chelsea are a bigger club than you. Because that's the way the argument always goes. They have 2, you just have none. You don't even have a Europa League. Especially I think the worst one was the one in was it 2016 or 2017, the Europa League final where he's played Chelsea. Yeah. Where they've already got in Europe. They don't even need this. And they beat you, what, was 4-1,
I think
4-2?
it was like 3-1 or something. No, it will be scored twice. I remember it was like 4-2 or something. Look, we lost the game. We lost the game. That's all I can tell you. That's why I remember vividly. The players on the pitch, all sad, nearly crying. Why? Because you like they were so poor. Like, what bothers me about Arsenal so much is when the pressure is on, they crumble every single time.
But do you not think that's partially to do with, like, let's be honest, mostly the players that you've had in the last 5-6 years aren't either serial winners. Like, the only one that you signed that I can think of off the top of my head who was a serial winner before they got to use was Ozil. And even after, I think he won a league title only over there.
You know what it is? I think there's something within the club that for years they were just happy with mediocrity, like just making top four, getting Champions League, not really doing much.
Yeah, because you're run by Americans, man. That's how Americans run. Not all Americans. I
get that as well, but he's been there for a minute as well, so he's seen a bit of glory as well. Yeah, Cronky.
I mean, 110%, but the glory, because like what he would think about is from a business model. You's making top four, or you's not spending that. Because remember that period of you's like we're spending, like, you'd be lucky to spend 20 million in the transfer.
It wasn't even 20 million. We were lucky to spend 50.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like,
and it used to piss me off those times as well because we linked for players for time. Like Husamawa or Hasamawa. I'm gonna be butchering his name. I do apologize, my guy. Don't mean to, but every single transfer window for about 2 seasons. 2-3 seasons we were linked to him.
Draxler.
Julian Draxler as well. You know he's leaving on the free at the end of the season with Leon now. But like, I know we have better players now, but if you really wanted the guy, why not just pay the money? Like, clubs are telling you how much the price is.
Some of these prices are crazy.
But I think even back in those times, I think Leon wanted like 45-50 million or something like that.
For an unproven player.
Yeah, I get it, but like, if you identify them and you really want them and they've told you the price, if you really wanted them, why are you not going for it? Why are you trying to higgy-hag over the price?
I think it's because when you're going to the high prices, you want it to be more confirmed than potential.
Yeah, no, I get you, but
look at Martial, for instance.
You know, I get what you're saying, but you're saying unproven talent. So, okay, you know that's an unproven talent. They're giving you this price. Do you not have other options?
Now, see, that's where the problem is.
Do you not have other options? Because my thing is, okay, you identify them. They're giving you a price. You don't really want to pay. You're haggling over the price now. Do you know what I mean? Do you not have other targets that you want to talk about? I mean, not talk about, but you want to target. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, okay, you see the way that we were in for Modric in January, boom, 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 every single day. I don't like Arsenal in transfer sagas because I know at the end we're just not going to get them. Because when was the last time we had a transfer saga that we end up getting the player at the end? There is none. There is none. Because anytime we're in a transfer saga, we never end up getting that player. For one way or another, we never get them, and they always end up going somewhere else.
I mean, Sanchez, we were linked with Sanchez as well, and he chose you over us.
Ooh, Alexis.
Yeah.
I didn't really keep up with that whole debacle.
I remember once Suarez left, we were like, yeah, he's our guy next.
No, sir, I don't.
And then because we didn't finish in the top four, and you did, so he went to you guys, I think. Because that was back when going to Liverpool was not the it thing, man. Yeah. Your club changed that shit quick, man.
You know what I mean?
Well, but imagine, like, I went from... I've been going through different emotions, man, with this club, man. Like, I think the worst for me was when we played Brighton and Libya Strino. Like, that was the worst game I've ever seen Liverpool play, man.
Which in the Premier League or
the Premier League? The worst game I've ever... Like, it was so bad. Like, see when... Big team, well, not say Brighton, well, financially and historically they're a small club, but this season they're not. But I've never seen, because normally when big clubs lose like 2-0, 3-0, tends to be smash and grab. Counter-attacking type football where they get 3 chances, they finish their 3 chances. This was not, they look like they were about to win the Champions League or a Champions League contenders, and we look like the relegated team. That's how Robertson is there, the ball is slapping off his lip. Robertson, I love the guy, but when he's shit, he's shit.
Like, and you're trying to tell me not to have a go at Rob Holding?
No, I'm not having a go at Andy Robertson. I'm just saying, like, that game, I remember watching that. I turned off at the 68th minute. I was like, I can't watch this. Couldn't complete a couple of passes, couldn't do that. Big Liverpool, we couldn't do that.
Let me even finish what I was trying to say about Rob Holding. Anyways, it's like when I was watching that City game. Anyways, we were all begging for Mikel just to change the tactics because with Pep, you need to do something different. Because I was going into that game against City, yeah, thinking he knows you. So he more than likely knows that you're going to play the exact same formation, and you have a bit of that Wenger syndrome in you as well. That you love the player so much that you want to keep sticking by them, and you hoping that they work through it like things out. I don't give a fuck how much you love that guy. He is doing absolutely nothing on the football pitch to help us progress. You have a squad for a reason. So I get that you love him, but you also say you love him and you love him and you love him. So get him off the pitch and pull him, the other person you say you love as well, on the pitch and get him to do the things that you want him to do, that we need him to do.
Who should he have started against?
Bro, I would have been happy with a back three. And because we didn't sign Kivior for no reason, and then I'm not even gonna lie to you, I didn't know who the hell Jakob Kivior was before he signed for Arsenal. I never heard of him a day in my life. But then once we just kind of signed him, just out of nowhere, obviously I had to go and do my research because I was like, who the hell is this guy? Brother, even Lewandowski even said himself, never had a clue who this guy was. They played at the World Cup and he looked at him and said, right, you're actually decent. Like keep playing at a high level. You're gonna be it. Even in Italy as well, in Serie A, one of the top best young defenders. You have teams like Juventus, Napoli, all these. I wouldn't say Napoli, but
Napoli won the league now.
Yeah, no, but I don't think that we're looking at him to possibly sign because they signed that a couple of defenders, that Kim guy as well. He's
sicko,
baller. Absolutely. Let me not even start at number 77. I can't say his name properly. Kaylee or something like that. Look, that guy. When I watched that Napoli game, I didn't finish watching the whole game. But just especially when he went on an amazing run, when it dropped into the middle, he dropped Fabinho like twice.
He was one of the main reasons why people were really, 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 really like. Don't get twisted. Trent Alexander's defender gets spoken about a lot. But after that game, it was too much. That guy, that was when they beat us 4-1. I said, how, Sway? How? Like, anyways, keep going, man. Keep going.
Nah, see, I would have been happy with a back three. You know them ones play Gabriel through the middle and then pull Kivior on the left. Do you know what I mean? Because Kivior does have that pace as well.
Has he played for you guys, yeah?
Who, Kivior? Yeah, he started. Who did he start against? Started against Chelsea, and then he had a little cameo against you guys when we played against you guys. But in that little cameo, in the first 2 minutes of him being on the pitch, he fouled somebody near the halfway line, and then used one to like counter attack. Luckily, Aaron Ramsdale saved it. But when he kind of came on the pitch and did that, I was like, broski. It's like broski.
Oh, that game, man.
I said, broski, relax. I said, relax. I said, look. I said, if you'd done that anywhere else, I wouldn't be on you too much, but especially against these people and in this stadium. Well, like I know your emotions are up here, but bring it down.
I see. And then
when you needed a goal, you guys brought on Bobby Firmino because that guy for some reason.
Dazzler.
That guy for some reason, yeah. Anytime it was just like Didier Drogba back in the day. Anytime he seen Arsenal as the opposition, he said to the rest of the guys, "Don't worry."
Child, for the locks, what used to be my lock screensaver? That goal he scored against you, where he like dropped like 2 players. Bobby F. Mino. I'm gonna cry when he leaves.
I hate that guy.
I'm gonna cry when he leaves.
I hate that guy.
Obviously. Like, why would you? To be honest, as Arsenal fans, especially in the last couple of years, I'd hate Liverpool too. I would. 4-0, 5-0, 2-0. Like, I'd hate those two. I won't lie. That's why you needed this season, man. Thankfully, you didn't do the double over us, though.
We're close. If these people just, I don't know, 4 or 5 minute merchants, that's what they are. Like, they use.
If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd blame Xhaka. No one told him to roil up Trent. If he didn't do that, because did not notice before that happened. You were on top, like
comfortable, yeah, comfy.
As soon as that happened, the whole game switched.
No, but it's also as well. It's that West Ham game, bro. I was in work and I had the stream on as well, bro. first half an hour of that game, some of the best football I've seen Arsenal play in a long time. I said, yeah, 2-0 up, comfy,
I thought it was comfy as well.
everything's chilling. And then you know what pisses me off about these, man? They keep trying to go for nutmegs and little flicks, like constantly. And I'm just like, just fucking play it simple.
Oh, you sound like such an old man.
No. Don't get me wrong. I loved the spectacular as well, and when you're able to make a fool of somebody. But there's a time and a place.
Oh, 110%.
And especially 110%. at this point in the season, this is not the time nor the place.
Especially when you're coming against City, man.
You know them ones there, and we haven't been here in 20 years where we gone to this part of the season and where we were actually challenging and we maintained it, because usually from November to February, that's always a fall off point. November to February, Arsenal is 110% going to give you the spectacular. They're gonna mess up somewhere, and it's not going to be a mess up. And they're going to go on a 7-game winning run. They're gonna draw a game here. They might win one. The next 3 games they might draw, then they lose 2 as well. And then all of a sudden they are miles off him. And then when the pressure is off, they start balling.
That sounds like Tottenham to me.
I don't know what it is. I think it's just North London. There's something in North London, and I don't get it.
The same way, like they say in basketball terms, like LA niggas are different. I just think London niggas are different. But I think you guys are just too blasé. I think just the lifestyle just undercuts it a little bit, but
because that City game that we were upholding, I was just like I think the whole fan base was screaming out, just try something new. Because I keep getting told, yeah, you know, Arteta is a master tactician, all this kind of stuff. Change the formation, bro.
But the formation would have changed things though.
It would have done something different. Like put on Jorginho. You wanted the control. Like we like control. Don't put Rob Holding and expect Thomas Partey to be able to control that midfield for you. Because he wasn't.
If you put in,
because I was even talking to one of the boys.
That's a long day.
I know. I get what you're saying, but at least try something. At least try something so we can see. Yeah, at least you tried every single available possibility there was. Don't just keep things the same. Like we've kept the exact same formation throughout the whole season. We get onto Pep for always overthinking things and always messing with things and changing. But the thing is, that's what's made them successful. Because he's willing to stick his bollocks out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna live and die by my tactics. I'm gonna live and die by my decisions. I'm gonna change it because I feel like this is the best way for us to win. And if we don't win, don't blame anybody else. It's on me because I think it would too much. How many times have we made that argument against him? He does too much. At the start of the season, we were all saying, oh yes, this City team looks a bit weird. The formation, the style is all over the place. Blah blah blah.
I wasn't buying into any of that,
brother. I watched the game where John Stones
do this too many times.
I watched the game John Stones play CDM. John Stones is a centre back, and he absolutely bossed it. Like if you are casual, if you are casual, yeah, and you just sat and watched that game just on a once off, and you watch John Stones in that game, you'd be like thinking, he's surely one of the best in this position, and he's a fucking centre back.
Nah, but he's a ball player. Like he's good with his feet.
But I never seen him.
He's techie.
I know he's techie, but I never seen him when he was at everything.
Yeah, because it's fucking everything.
I get it, but like even the shit team, they still you'd always see flashes of what a player can do. But I was watching the game. I was just like, how?
John Stones. See, John Stones is. Oh, I hate him so much because I just wanted him to be shit so badly, but he's just not. He's just not at all. Like
fella's a baller.
No, he can play. But I feel like regardless if you change tactics or not, I felt like once City got onto it, once you let them get onto a 3-game win streak, especially at this time of the year, just pack your bags, just say it was a good season, nice knowing you. Unless you are able to compete. Like think about, for us to win the league, we had to get 99 fucking points. 99 points we had to, you know how fucking ridiculous that is? We've lost 2 seasons by us getting 98 and 92.
I swear there was a season you only lost like 1 game as well.
They lost more games than we did and they won the league. That's the team that like this is not the terms of like back when Manchester were the big boys, where you can kind of get away with like this type of form, where like 93, right? You're most definitely winning the league if you get 93 points. Because you're in the league, that's not enough. That's not, and that's crazy. Like if you look at all the records before they got the Centurions, the highest amount of points in the league since before them, I think, was 95 by Chelsea. 95. We've beaten that twice, and we won the league once by beating that. Arsenal's invincible season, 92 points. We've beaten that 3 times, and we won 1 time. Because you know, if they did the Invincibles, imagine this team. They did the Invincibles the year that they won the Centurions, or even the one when they beat us by 1 point. They're not winning the league, and they're losing the league by 7 points, even though they didn't lose a single game. No, that's the C's consistency is just I fucking hate it. I hate it. Oh, it pisses me off. But what can I do about it? But I think they're just crazy. City are just they piss me off, man.
Even to get onto my own team for a little bit as well, gonna stay away from you guys, even though kind of mostly spoke about Arsenal and City anyways. But now with me, for Arsenal this season, like I said, I wanted that European trophy. The league, I'm going to be real, like 99.9% of our fan base. If you thought Arsenal could win the league before the season, I think I would have said you're smoking some crack,
or you're just capping,
or you're getting the best raise of your life, and you need to tell me where you patterned that as well. Because what?
No.
Because war. And then, you know, I watched that Crystal Palace game, yeah. It was a scrappy 2-0 win and the winning boy was who? Martinelli and who scored the second goal?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Because I'm thinking the Saliba scored, but that was in the Dortmund game. It was Martinelli or somebody else. Can't remember off the top of my head. Well, it was an own goal. I think it should be Saka's shot. It was coming in, but it got recorded as an own goal. But yeah, watch that game. I was like, okay, like there's a good foundation. I was thinking there's a good foundation. We can definitely do something this season. Still wasn't thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna win the league or anything like that. But it's good foundation. The plays, the interchanging, the players know what areas of the pitch to be in. Like sometimes they were just passing the ball and there's just always somebody there. Like it was fluid. Like it was one of the best, as fluid as I've seen Arsenal play in a very, very long time. Do you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, we just kept winning games. Then that All For Nothing documentary dropped. Everybody was, you know what I mean, bantering us about that. Mikel taking out the stereos, trying to recreate Anfield. Like I was watching.
Anfield has niggas spooked.
Oh, like
I was speakers and training.
like big man. I was watching that. I was like, I get it.
Anfield is crazy.
I was like, I get it. But I was like, speakers really
to recreate sounds.
I was like, speakers really.
Anfield is not a real place.
But then I see what the shit when he posted that iPhone Tony tweet before the game as well. I said, yeah, that's my fucking manager. I said, that's my fucking guy. Because if I was a manager, opposition player tweet something like that, I'd be on them. He said, nice kick about with the boys. And he tagged Brentford in there as well. Nice kick about with the boys. Kick about. Kick about. I'll kick in your fucking head.
You're silly, man. I even told he's a baller, man. He's allowed to say that.
But he hadn't even had a cap for England at that point. He came for the.
I know.
Kick about with the boys against Arsenal Football Club. Are we some fucking dummies?
Chum.
Are we dummies? Because yeah, I get
what Brentford I
know that game at the start of the season. They've
given teams L's.
No, they gave us hands, especially that game when we were playing them at their home stadium. They gave us hands that day. Gave us hands bad that day.
Do you know what I'm saying? They beat in this season. They beat us. They beat City. I think they beat Chelsea and they beat United.
Would they done a double over them if somebody didn't forget to draw the lines?
To this day, I don't know how that's even possible. Let
me just explain how ridiculous this is. Yeah, you know, if you apply for a job and you get the job and they teach you, they're training you. They're going to teach you the basics. Yeah,
of course.
So if you're a ref and you're going for VAR training, do you not think that's one of the first things they're going to tell you?
I thought that would have been the first thing I would have done. Draw the lines because my eyes can't see this.
So how are you supposed to check for offside if you didn't draw the lines? Just like somebody just explained that one to me. Like how can you check something for offside? You were checking for something else first, yeah, and then you were supposed to check for offside. How are you supposed to check for offside if you don't draw the lines? Like you say, work in retail, yeah. Somebody wants to pay for something, you just say, oh yeah, just give me the money and just go.
or Skylar Live and taking the money.
And then the person comes and said, "Yeah, I want a refund. I bought this." They say, "Oh, like where's the receipt?"
Where's the receipt?
There is no receipt. You just let them go.
Nah,
You know what I mean? You just let them go.
I actually can't believe that actually happened. But the Premier League one, when it comes to refereeing, man, I don't know whether it's just because I consume Twitter a lot, but it just seems like to be the worst refereeing community out of the top 5 leagues.
Like it's terrible, and is what I've been seeing even on Twitter as well. Like recently, like in France, they're starting to have the refs mic'd up, and you can see the refs. Like you can actually hear what they're saying. Most of them are respect. I'd love to hear the conversation between these managers and referees sometimes.
Oh, stop!
Do you know what I'm saying? Because they be saying, "Oh, they be getting abused," and the amount of abuse that they were getting is disgusting, blah blah. We get no respect. Okay. Put a mic on then. Oh, we don't want to put a mic on. The ref shouldn't be having to speak after games and speak on the performance. But why?
Why not? I just want to know you're trying to talk.
Yeah, because
so that I can understand it more.
Because
the rules are saying this,
because what
you're
pisses me off is that stupid Brian McDermott guy with his bald fucking head. He goes on and waffles on Sky Sports.
Oh,
and he changes, like he'll be saying 1 week this was supposed to be a penalty, and this one, oh no, the ref did a great job here.
He's what he said with the Jota high foot and the Haaland high foot, exact same challenge, exact same. He said the other one was a yellow card because he was trying to go for the ball, and Yoke stuck his head in. Jota did the exact same thing. Guy stuck his head in. He went to go get the ball. He said he's looking to be on, and I was like, how? Unless it's boys. But that's why I don't like when they do ref watch, because then a lot of people think like, oh, because he said it, therefore my opinion is correct. He's a jackass, man. He's not as big of a jackass as Anthony Taylor and fucking, what's that stupid fella, Paul Turney.
Paul Turney.
Fuck that nigga, man. Oh my God. Dead ass, like fuck that guy straight.
He was the ref when we did that comeback against Aston Villa 4-2, and when the guy put the ball on the ground, played it, the ball was already reached the other side of the field, and he pulled it back. He said the ball was rolling. And that's when we got that. I texted me when he goes, you know what I mean? Brother, it's been like nearly 10 seconds since the ball is played and you want to bring it back now.
Stop. That Paul Turney, fuck that guy. Dead ass, fuck that guy.
Like, I'm pretty sure like there's some people that actually genuinely want to be referees. They can't just be dem law all the time.
No.
Because if you need more refs, give me a shout. I'll put on my boots, long socks.
Would you do referee? I would never do referee, but fuck that.
I don't know how to say that. I said belong.
Bro, any decision you make.
And you know, people constantly just shouting at you. You're just like, bro.
I'll start telling people to fuck off, like straight over. Like, no, I'll be like, whoa, talk to me like that again. You see what happened?
No, as a ref, I wouldn't let players around me. I say, if anyone you use come near, everybody's getting a yellow card. Everybody's getting a yellow card. I don't want to make it about me, but it will be about me. Everybody's getting a yellow card. Because you know what? You can take the cards, you can ref the game if that's what you want to do.
Fuck the thing is, if you keep annoying me, I will literally take my cards, take my whistle. Because you're the better referee, take that ref the game. Because I seem to just be rolling around doing nothing, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not seeing things. Like my parents didn't give me eyes when I was born as well.
Nah, I could never be a referee.
Do you know what I mean?
So that's why sometimes I do feel bad for them. Like,
other times,
but sometimes I'm like, nah, you're violating. You're being an idiot. You're violating right now. But I do feel for them in some sense, because I could never. I'm sorry. I'd either fighting or get sacked because I swore I'd play. Or I said to them, meet me after the game.
Oh yeah, well, how do you feel about that linesman that
elbow deep?
The little
elbow.
That
wasn't even that deep, man. It wasn't that deep. Fella touched his arm. I think he was trying to get off me. Yeah. Caught him on the chin. You'll survive that, but you don't need to cry to club who hit me in the jaw.
No, see, I didn't respect that from Robert, because Robert he's a master of the dark arts on the field. I was just like, bro, you can't be doing all that, and then now you're complaining that a ref wasn't trying to listen to what you have to say. You know what I'm saying?
There wasn't, because when I seen the video, I was like, it's not even that deep. The only reason why people were like, oh, he should get a ban is because of Mitrovic getting an 8-match ban for like.
Yeah, no, but but like I get people are trying to make comparisons with the Bruno one and the Mitrovic one. Like Mitrovic fully pushed the ref. You know what I mean? I don't know. See, if you looked at the Bruno one, he kind of moved the line. He still pushed him, but he kind of pushed him out of the way. He was trying to move around him. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I just told you you're not allowed to put your hands on the referee. Look, that's what I thought.
That's what I was just told as well, and I put my hand on the ref when I was playing.
Whether it be,
do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You tell them to fuck off, all that type of shit, but you never put hands on them. You know what I'm saying? But
So I don't know, man. But I thought the Mitrovic was a bit harsh, though. I can't lie.
no, A matches. Look, that's his season done. He's
finished.
He's
and if it wasn't for him getting that suspension, Fulham would probably finish a lot higher than they are going to do this season. And they're having a good season this season.
I thought Fulham could do something for me against City.
No.
God
no team. I'm just, like, who are big games that they have left?
They just have Brighton to play.
I think they'll beat them. If we were able to beat them yesterday.
Yeah, they still have Brighton to play. I stopped checking City games because I can't.
No point.
I can't do that to myself because realistically, for us to win the league, they'd have to lose a game and they have to draw a game, and I don't see them losing a game. I can see them drawing a game, but I don't see them losing an actual game. And especially with that demon now that's broken the Premier League goals record. You know, Rory Jennings at the start of the season. Shout out to Rory. I watch his channel. Do you know what I mean? You know. But like he said, there's no way that Haaland's gonna come to the Premier League and score that amount of goals that he's scoring.
And this is why, and again, shout out to him, not trying to insult the guy or anything like that. But this is why sometimes that's down to one, Premier League arrogance. Don't get it twisted. I do believe the Premier League is the best league, but there's certain players, and I think Erling Haaland's one of them, where he's just good at football. He's good at scoring goals. It's as simple as that. No matter where he's been, in the Bundesliga, in the fucking Austrian Bundesliga, in the Champions League, like, the nigga scores. Like, there's not a competition I can think of before he went to City where I'm like, nah, he doesn't really score in this. Because in the Champions League, in his first debut season, at fucking RB Salzburg, not even Leipzig, Salzburg.
Back-to-back hat-tricks or some shit like that.
He was I think he got the record for the quickest to 10 goals, and he was playing for them. And then you're thinking that he's gonna flop in the Premier League.
Nah, because he said he doesn't even see him get more than 20 goals, and I was sitting back watching that video. I was like, what is this guy on about?
No.
I was like, what?
The only thing that I will say is that he has surprised me with his link-up play this season. Like,
bro, what against us? Yeah, I was seeing him drop into midfield, nearly on the halfway line as well. I was like, brother, I've never seen you do this before. Why are you doing this now?
Played out. Like, it was to the point, he didn't even score the last goal. He didn't need to.
I was like, why are you there? You've never done this in your life. Why are you doing this now? Just stay up at the top of Rob Holding and just chill there. Used to have a wrestling match.
Because Pep said, look, people been talking shit about you, bro. So if you want to prove them wrong, you gotta play like this.
And then he goes. Look, I sold two players to Mikel and Arsenal. Look, they're thinking that they're gonna win the league or something like that. For that, my bro Clemo, I know we didn't finish out all the topics.
No.
But we'll have to call it a day, my guy. I'll speak to you soon.
Talk again, man.